Right, so Chameleon. And when I first got into Division 2 and then Warlords of New York and I got the Chameleon, I thought this weapon looked awesome. And I wanted to use it and I played around with it, and nothing anyone could tell me bad or good about this weapon. I didn't care. It was just my go-to weapon for everything. I thought this thing was awesome before I knew anything about how to build. And now I do know and have tested out a variety of different things. Now there are Chameleon builds out there that if you build them the correct way, this thing will hit into around 2 million damage a shot, provided you can keep near enough all three stacks up. Now weirdly, just because of the way I am, I don't really care too much about the leg ones. So I just go for the headshots and body shots, just because that's where the damage is, right? Pretty sure I can't be the only one that does that. However, when you compare it to other assault rifles, look, it's got some okay-ish damage, and the RPM is pretty juicy. The issue with it is that because of where the exotic, it's basically an exotic SMG, but as an AR, it's weird. It's a variant of the Vector, apparently, which you can kind of see, apart from the fact that it looks a bit bigger and sexy. Anyway, this thing is about as accurate as some idiots I've had a conversation with lately. Yeah, it's not accurate at all. Especially over about 15 meters, there is a serious decrease in accuracy. So I've been playing around with a load of different sets. You can probably see where this is going already, to try and make this weapon accurate. Now we have lost a bit of damage, as you can see. It is made up for a little bit with the fire rate, and as long as we can kind of get our buffs relatively quickly, we can make it back pretty damn quick. And where we are pretty damn accurate, we've spec'd kind of by use of a certain item into headshot damage, and the end result is actually something that I think is pretty damn good. Just to test this, I did actually run this in a raid not too long ago. It's nowhere near going for like your standard FAMAS, Shield Splinter, Police M4 kind of damage, but it certainly holds its own and it certainly gets the job done. And it's also quite funny to see some people's faces when they go, "Is that a chameleon?" Yes, my friend, yes it is. It's a chameleon in disguise. Anyway, so damage wise we are quite below par unless we're able to get our headshots. We've got some decent crit going on, and when we get our stacks we can get to some seriously juicy damage. We do have a contingency plan in place by use of Le Dod City Holster. I don't know why I said that in a horrific French accent. I am sorry, French people. That's just the way it goes. And I'm using a rather interesting option for my secondary. We also have a little bit of survivability by use of how we are running our Dod City Holster, which I will show you pretty damn soon. We can get up to something like 20% armor on kill, which is pretty useful. 10% coming from gunner, 10% coming from the talent on our pistol. Pretty sure you can see where this is going. And the reason this has all come about is just where I've been testing a variety of different ways in which you are able to build sort of off meta that are still very viable. This is a build I've been having a lot of fun with, and since addressing this with my clan as well, a few of them have already farmed this. I can already think of 2 people that have this exact build ready and good to go, and they are quite enjoying it at the moment. Like I said, it is nowhere, well, not nowhere near, it's not on par with the meta. It's, if we're putting the meta as an S tier, this is a solid A-, maybe an A if you are a lot better than I am at playing, which isn't hard. I do set the bar pretty low, but if you're able to keep your stacks up consistently, this can put work in. Like, I think the highest hit I've got on head with full stacks is like 994,000. But then when I look at my sort of shield splinterer builds, I hit like 1.3 mil. You know, regularly as well. Whereas this requires build up, building stacks, getting. You know, I've just come off this whole strikers binge and complaining about the fact that it takes too long to build up to actually do anything, and here I am playing with a weapon where the entire mechanic around the weapon has 3 of them that you've now got to build up. I even gestured 3 towards the mic to show my disgust at this, but here we are anyway. So yeah, this build kind of has the full package. It's got some pretty decent DPS, it's got some range on it, it's got some stacking, it's got some survivability, it's got some utility, and it's got that awesome look, because let's face it, the Chameleon is the best looking gun in the game, isn't it? Like, I'm sorry, but if you argue this, then there's something possibly wrong with you, and I would suggest that you seek help. Or a cuddle. Get a cuddle. Cuddles are good. We all like cuddles. So yeah, currently actually very much enjoying this build, and I'm going to say that it is in fact a keeper for me on my second character. It's going to be under my second DPS role. Anyway, just to sort of show the sort of numbers we're getting, I've got this at a 10 meter range. It's pretty accurate up to about 15, well, you probably could go to 20 meters with how this is set up, but just to sort of show the numbers, once we get into the crit chance, crit damage ones, we do hit into the pretty juicy numbers. However, if we want to be a little bit cheeky, we can put it on a lovely little bit of the old invulnerable and just spam the head, and we will go into like the 900,000s here. It works. It really does work. It's just, I kind of want to say time consuming, but I suppose if you're used to it or you just want to try this out, I really would recommend giving it a good go. So what crazy concoction am I running this time? Well, Chameleon, obviously. I'm pretty sure we know how this works, and I am running Punch Stroke. D&H chest with Obliterate. I was going to run Glass Cannon, but to be honest, I kind of felt like the way in which this stacks up, you don't want to be too much in danger, just because stranger danger. And obviously crit chance, crit damage everywhere. Running Perfect Glass Cannon is an option if you are pretty good at getting those stacks up. For the weapon handling, as well as the fact that it's probably the best friggin' exotic in the game, Dodge City holster, D&H backpack with Vigilance, and then we're going to run 2-piece Overlord, obviously being Fox's Prayer, and some gloves. We are running the M16A2 because this has a weird interaction with Boomerang, which I'm still testing out. And then for our sidearm, we are using D50 with Preservation. So if we're able to get a kill with that, that is 20% armor on kill, adding in Gunner. Anyway, that just about does it for this build. I do hope you actually test this one out, because it is one that I am genuinely, thoroughly enjoying. Anyway, in the meantime, have fun. Good luck. Don't die. It's not good for staying alive. It's bad for the health. It's just bad. Yeah, it's really bad for the health.